Okay. Hi all. Welcome in this demo session. So today we will discuss about 4G, 5G, and ORAN. Okay. So before we start, let me introduce ourselves. So we are here at Tech Solution. We are a group of working professionals. So we are all working in this domain, and we all have approximately 17 plus year of experience in this domain. Okay. So we are mainly in trainings, like corporate training, individual trainings. Apart from that, we are also providing services to the customer. Mainly, we are in that field testing, lab testing, and log analysis part. Okay. So this is all about, we have some like in India and outside of India, some working projects. So this is all about RF Tech Solution. Okay. So today we will discuss now. Let's discuss about like what exactly the agenda of today's session. So today we'll discuss about like why to. I will start with why to join RF Tech Solution. In that part, I will try to highlight that key points and modules which we are covering, and the roadmap which we are covering in the training session. Okay, the way how exactly we are delivering our trainings. Okay, then I will show you the tools. Okay, what all tools we have. Then some basic lab part, like what all type of labs we have. Okay, so this I will discuss. Then like briefly I will spread some light on that, like in which companies basically we have vacancies, and like we'll discuss about syllabus part. Then here we are discussing, right, like protocol testing, this protocol testing, that protocol testing. Okay, what is exactly that protocol, and like what is our day-to-day activities or responsibilities as a protocol testing engineer. Okay, so these some basic stuff we will discuss, but in between, if anyone have any doubt, any query, okay, then feel free to unmute and raise your queries. Me and my team here, okay, we will address your query. Okay, now okay, let's get started, guys. So okay, so this is something like we have some module. Okay, we have some points. With the help of this point, I will try to highlight that strategies, that points. Okay, the important features which exactly we are providing in here RFX solution in our training modules. Okay, so very first thing is best theory concept. Okay, so theory concept is something, whatever topics, whatever technology, whatever things we are learning, first we have to understand, first we have to uh, understand the basic concept. Okay, why exactly we are learning, why exactly we are doing. Okay, for an example, today we are learning as standalone, non-standalone 5G things. Okay, so first we have to understand what is the difference between that NSA and SA. Okay, means how exactly NSA is different from SA, the same thing from SA. Okay, what is the requirement of that SA and NSA. Okay, so what is the pro and cons from that SA and NSA. Okay, that is a very basic, very basic thing. Okay, first we will understand that part. Okay, then next phase is, then we have to understand call flow. Okay, the technical aspect. Okay, so let me highlight some few part. Okay, so suppose we are discussing that 5G. Okay, we are discussing 5G. So in that 5G, for an example, we have to understand that SA part and NSA part. Okay, so very first question is, before we jump directly to call flow, before we jump to direct to the technical complexity. Okay, before that we have to understand why we need that NSA, why we need that SA, right? Before starting discussing any technical or complex thing. Okay, first thing is, very first question is why we need that part, right? So that is something first, always. Okay, that is not applicable for only this topic. Okay, whatever topic we will understand, whatever topic we will discuss, maybe like LT, maybe like 5G, maybe like ORAN. Okay, we first try to understand from very basic, from very zero. Okay, something like that. Like we will I will consider like you don't know anything. Okay, don't take it personally. Okay, maybe you know, maybe you don't know. Okay, so I will take as like you all are fresher. Okay, so I will try explaining from very basic, from zero. Okay, so the very first question is why we need that part, right? Why we need NSA, why we need SA. Okay, what is kind of benefits we have from this type of arrangement or that type of arrangement. Okay, then slowly we will ramp up on that part, slowly we will build up on that part, the technical aspect. Okay, so then next, very next thing is call flow. Okay, so call flow is something interaction from UE to E node B. Okay, or here G node B, G node B. Okay, means whatever messages my UE sending to the E node B, whatever messages my E node B sending to, or G node B sending to UE. Okay, so these things we have to understand. The basic part is like how exactly we are communicating with the network, how exactly my UE communicating with the network, and how exactly my network replying back or maybe like communicating with the UE. Okay, so this is kind of two-way communication. This we have to understand, like what exactly happening in that in between my UE and G node B. Okay, so that message sequence. Okay, maybe like in short, I'm writing here like how exactly we are doing synchronization. Okay, here we have SSB. Okay, or even before that we have frequency search. Okay, then we have SSB, then we have PDCCH, PDSCH. Okay, the core set and all this part in that 5G. Okay, means that let me write down core set as well here. That is new thing. Core set. Okay, then we have uh, this one. Okay, here we have FIB. Okay, from PDSCH we will here suppose we will understand DCI. Okay, then from here we have SIB, then we have RACH. In RACH, if we talk about release 16, then in special two-step RACH we have, okay, then what all kind of, in the RACH, what all type of preambles we have, short format, long format, how many short formats we have, how many long formats we have, what is basically differences we have in the short format or long format. Okay, something like that, how exactly we are deciding what is the deciding factor of short format or long format. Okay, so this is something we will discuss. Okay, then how exactly we will establish the RRC connection. Okay, then how exactly we will do the video session establishment. Okay, so randomly and in short I'm writing. Okay, so this is the way first we will understand that flow. Okay, this is like I'm referring as call flow. Okay, so after understanding these messages, okay, here our target is first we have to understand the passing case. Okay, passing case means what is the expected behavior, what is the behavior of the UE and G node B in case of normal behavior. Okay, we don't have any issue. Okay, means suppose first we are sending this message, after that we are sending that message, then third message is this one, fourth message, fifth message. Okay, in a row, what is the sequence of the messages we have in case of NSA or SA? These steps are for SA. Okay, so these first we will understand that. Another way we can say the name of the messages for now at this step. Okay, when we are saying call flow. Okay, now we are done with the call flow, we are done with the messages. Okay, then very next thing is, okay, very next thing is, important part is information element. Okay, information element, information element. Okay, information element is something the parameters what sending in that messages. Okay, the messages what we have discussed in the call flow. Okay, suppose for an example MIB, in that SB we have MIB. Okay, here we have MIB. Okay, so what all messages we are sending in that MIB. Okay, what information we are sending in SIB. Okay, so if you guys are aware, okay, in LT, okay, with that LT call flow, so in that LT call flow, just very basic thing is, there we were having SIB1 for cell access related, Okay, SIB2 for REST related parameter. Okay, guys, if you are aware, then that is fine. If you are not aware, then that is also fine. I'm just trying to mention one example. Okay, just try to highlight one difference basically. Okay, so but in 5G, okay, in 5G, we have SIB1, which is considering both of these parameter, like whatever, like better to say LTE SIB1 plus LTE SIB2. Okay, these parameters we have now in the 5G. Okay, that is the kind of one difference we have. Okay, so that we will see, that we will understand. Okay, whatever all the parameters earlier we were having in the LTE SIB1 and SIB2 both. Okay, but now all of these parameter mostly, and some like kind of additional parameter related to 5G specific, we have now in SIB1. Okay, so after, like, that is not enough, right? Like, if, like, suppose I'm saying like what is SIB1 and you are mentioning that SIB1 we have this like SIB1 and SIB2 parameter, or this is like REST parameter and cell access related parameter, that is not enough. That particular, that one sentence is not enough. Why? Because we have to highlight, we have to understand the exact name of that parameter. Okay, so let me tell you in that way. Suppose I'm asking you some parameter name. Okay, let's suppose, again, like one random example. Okay, what is the power, what is the power of the first UE REST transmission? Okay, power of first REST transmission. Okay, where exactly we have that parameter. Okay, what is the value of that parameter? Okay, and the name of that parameter. Okay, so that is fine. Sometime like you can mention like that is like we have that power, like power related parameter in SIM1. Okay, we have that parameter in there. Or okay, so that parameter name, why that parameter name is important? Okay, because in that interview, or whenever we try to showcase our experience, okay, at that time, that is also important that we are using the right terminology. Okay, right terminology means the name of that parameter is initial preamble target power. Okay, so that parameter is something, if you are mentioning that some name here and there. Okay, so suppose some experienced guy who's taking your interview. Okay, they might be kind of in a confusion that whether you are really working or really kind of analyzing those parameter on day-to-day basis or not. Okay, so if you are, suppose like I'm saying that like I am working on this particular like messages, I am day-to-day basis, I am seeing this message, I am analyzing that message. Okay, so definitely I am aware of these parameter, I should be knowing that those parameter, right? So that's why exact name, where exactly we are getting those parameter, what is exactly value of those parameter, impact of those parameter, those should know in any condition. If we are saying that I am working in this domain, I am highlighting that particular part, I am like showcasing that like I am working as a protocol testing engineer. Okay, so those thing is very very important. Okay, so first we will start with that part, right? Significance part, where exactly we are transferring, where exactly we are getting, what exactly value of this parameter. Okay, so all these things we will discuss as part of our theory discussion. Okay, so like call flows. Okay, then let me write down like some more thing. Okay, call flows, and that I's are done. Then like test plan. Okay, test plan is something how exactly we will test that feature, how exactly we will build that feature. Okay, so those things we will discuss. Then we have test execution, or maybe like test setup first. Okay, so test setup is also important. Maybe from test setup, test case to test case, we may need to use some different setups, right? So test setup information or knowledge is also important. Okay, so that is also we will discuss like few common setups which is kind of applicable for any scenario, and few setups are like kind of maybe like test case to test case we need some specific setups. Okay, so that is also we will discuss. Then we have execution. Okay, so that part we will discuss how exactly we are executing that scenario, how exactly we are executing those uh, test plans. Okay, then we have bugs. Okay, bugs. So bug is something, bug is defect, bug is kind of unexpected behavior of my product. Okay, unexpected behavior of my product is, suppose we are expecting some message, okay, or in that message we are expecting some parameter, okay, but due to any scenario, due to any bug, due to any issue, due to any fact in our software, okay, we are not observing that expected behavior. Okay, then that is bug, that is issue. Okay, so how exactly, so there that log analysis and all those things come into the picture. Okay, so first we should know what is expected behavior, then only we can justify, then only we can analyze, right? That is unexpected behavior, right? So if first we are aware of, like, suppose that parameter value is uh, some parameter value, some parameter is x, and value of that parameter is suppose 10. Okay, roughly let's understand in that way. Okay, but first we have to understand what is expected value of that parameter. Okay, then only, like, suppose in the logs I am observing that is some maybe 100. Okay, so how exactly you will identify, like, whether that is right or wrong? Okay, so to analyze that part, to identify that part, first we have to understand that what is expected value of that parameter. Okay, then only you can say like that is right or wrong. Okay, so that's why first we will understand each and every step, what is expected, what is the right flow, what is the uh, like expected behavior of UE or E node B in any given scenario, in any particular scenario. Okay, then last phase we can understand the bug, we can understand the issue. Okay, so that flow again, like I will talk about that, like where exactly the bugs and all will come into the picture. Okay, that last part, the responsibilities of that as a tester, that I will discuss. Okay, yeah, so these all things in short, let me summarize that part. Before jumping to any practical thing, before jumping to any practical exposure, first we have to understand like what is expected, what is the call flow, what is the information element. Okay, these all things with respect to any given scenario. Okay, for an example here, NSA and SA I'm mentioning. Okay, so when I'm saying NSA, then you should know about the call flow, you should know about what is NSA, why we need NSA, what is the benefits of NSA. Okay, something like that. These are things you should know, right? So these all things, these all aspects we will discuss first before jumping to the practical side. Okay, so this is all about, first we will understand the theory concept of all of these things, all of these points with respect to any given topic. Okay, yeah, anyone, any queries so far? All good? Okay, now, so the next thing is, we are good, we are good at this side, theory side, for an example. Okay, now the next thing is, theory is not enough. Okay, next thing is, theory is not enough. Why? Because end of the day we have to use, end of the day we have to use the tools. Okay, we have to share our analysis. Okay, that log analysis basically, what is the exact behavior we are observing for any particular scenario in the log. Okay, because log is the only thing which kind of maybe we as a tester we need to capture, we need to analyze. Okay, so these tools, these logs are the only thing which is kind of our part of our day-to-day life. Okay, very important part of our day-to-day life. Okay, so that is fine, we understood that theory part. Okay, but now those tools will come into the picture. Okay, now those tools will come into the picture. Okay, suppose for now I was mentioning these, this was the call flow. Okay, but next question is, how exactly you will validate the call flow? Okay, how exactly you will validate that call flow? Okay, so that is something we need these tools. Okay, tools I will show you, don't worry. Okay, we need these tools. Okay, in the tools we have logs. Okay, and in that log each and every step, whatever steps we have covered as part of our theory discussion, we have to validate those logs now. Okay, so here in our text solution, okay, as I mentioned, right, like we have working projects, we are doing that field testing and all. Okay, so that's why we have enough lab setups, we have enough tools, okay, which we can use, which we can share with you, okay, as much as we can. Okay, so suppose today if I am discussing that initial part, maybe reg, maybe MIB, SIB, okay, anything randomly, maybe RRC connection, PDU session, okay, anything, whatever we are mentioning, whatever we are discussing, okay, for now, okay, suppose at any particular day we are discussing this part, okay, suppose day one I'm mentioning discussing uh, MIB, day two I'm discussing SIB, for an example, okay, so then reg, then RRC connection, then this, okay, so first that things will be like that, strategy will be like that. First we will understand the theory aspect of that particular topic, okay, and the same time in the same session, okay, we will discuss, we will see the log analysis of that particular topic, okay, log analysis of that particular topic, okay, like see MIB, okay, suppose we have discussed this one, SCS we have in MIB, or this we have, that we have, okay, those 4 or 5 parameters we have in MIB, okay. At the same time, we will discuss that particular topic in that tool, okay. So theory plus practical exposure, okay. In the practical exposure means what is this tool, in which scenario we are using that tool, okay, that version, the log format, okay, with the whatever log extension we are using for any particular given tool, okay, then how to load that logs in that, how to open, how to capture the log, how to save the log, okay, how to filter out messages, how to configure the windows, okay, something like that. These are all things we will discuss, okay. So this way thing will give you the clarity on the theory as well as practical of any given scenario, any given call flow, any given topic on the same day, okay. It is not like that, maybe like suppose on day one I'm discussing some topic, some XYZ topic, or maybe like after 3-4 months, I will show you for only one time that tool, okay, maybe 1 or 2 session of that tool, and then I will show you this, like what is happening in that topic, or what is happening in that particular, okay. That is kind of not a good approach, right? Like that is irrelevant. That is kind of after that might be like after 4 months you will not even try able to recall that particular message or that particular topic, okay. So to give you the complete understanding from day one, whatever messages, whatever call flow, whatever information element we will discuss, we will try to show you in the tool, okay, in the tool, so that in that way you will get the complete picture of that particular topic, you will get the complete picture of that flow of that message, okay, whatever happening really in that real devices, real kind of testing environments, okay. So this will give you complete picture, okay. Anyone, any doubt, guys, so far in these two things, in this two thing, tool experience and theory concept, whatever we discussed so far? Okay, so these two thing here, we will, okay, tool I will show you. Just wait for a few minutes, okay, I will show you the tool, okay. So yeah, here, whatever, like these tools, whatever messages, these information we have, okay, means here we have theory concept, here we have tool. So tool I will show you. So whatever tools we have, so maybe in some sessions I will use some tool, in which in some sessions I will use some another tool, okay. So whatever tool I will show you, with respect to Qualcomm, MediaTek, okay, some open source tool we have, okay. So all those tools, we will try to discuss from day one, okay. It is not like that from day one. It is not like that. Like once we are about to about to complete our course, then I will show you that tool, okay. It is not like that. From the day one, whatever topic we will discuss, maybe like that is a small topic or maybe some complex topic, some a bigger message, okay. Whatever topic, whatever messages, whatever things we will discuss, I will try to show you in the tool, okay. Clear these two things? Anyone, any doubt? Okay, now third thing, okay. So here you can see, here we have two things. First thing is real-time tool experience. Next thing is hands-on tool experience, okay. So here in the module 2 and 3, both these modules are related to tools, okay. Then what is the difference between these two? Okay, so let me discuss about this difference, okay. So that is something on the class, on the regular sessions, I will show you this tool, okay. I will show you this tool. I will show you this, like whatever like we are discussing in the theory part, same thing I will try to show you in the tool, okay, in the regular sessions, okay. But again, that is something I am the one who is doing that part. I am the one who is showing you or using that tool, okay. I can show you, I can maybe like discuss everything, okay. But still we have some gap, like because you are not the one, you are not getting any direct exposure to the tool, okay. So to give you direct exposure to the tool, to give you some more kind of understanding about the tool, okay. Because let me cover that background, okay. Sometime it happens, that is fine, you have exposure to that tool, you have idea about tool, you have seen those tools in the classes, okay. But still you don't have that much of confidence of using that tool, okay. So that is directly reflecting in terms of like confidence, how much confidence you have on that tool, okay. How much you are justifying your experience with respect to log analysis, or maybe like with respect to that exposure of that tool, okay. So to address that issue, to address that gap, to fill that gap, what we are doing, okay, this is something we are doing in the regular classes, okay. So apart from the regular classes, whatever we have covered, whatever we have discussed, whatever we have covered, you can use, that tool, you can spend some time or some uh, apart from the classes, okay, maybe like 10 to 12 hours of time with that tool apart from our regular sessions, okay. Again, suppose our regular sessions we have on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, okay. So apart from the regular session, you can spend 10 to 12 hour with that tool, okay, apart from the regular session. So how it will work, okay. So you just have to raise your request to our admin team in advance, okay. Like on this day, this time, you want to use that tool, okay. So our team, our admin team will share remotely that tool with you, okay. Remotely that tool with you, okay. So remotely some like Anydesk or to get some confidence. Hello, guys, I'm audible, right?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Okay. To get some time on that tool. Okay. So this is something just hands-on experience. Okay. This This is something to enhance your exposure to the tool, to give you more confidence in the tool, and definitely this will reflect in your interview. Okay, this is the key. This is the key to crack your interview. Okay, because understand in that way, in 1 hour of interview, on an average, first 20 to 25 minutes, every interview will talk about the practical exposure. Okay, how much you are comfortable, how much you have exposure. Okay, what all things you have seen, what all things you have tested, what all things you have covered. Okay, in your career. Okay, something like that. So they will try to evaluate you, they will try to analyze you based on your practical approach, practical process.
Your voice is not audible.
Yeah, Rahul, again, voice. You can check first.
This you have to see in this you have to see in this you have to kind of cover. Okay, here whenever you will get some opportunity to work with these tools. Okay, clear guys? Any doubt? Anyone, any doubt, any query? Okay, okay, now next we have very important part is your placement. Okay, separate placement cell. Okay, so this is something we have our dedicated HR team. Okay, we have our dedicated HR team which will help you to modify your Naukri profile. Okay, your CV, your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so these all things first we will start with modifying your profile based on your like what type of job you are targeting. Okay, maybe like that is you decide you are targeting
Hello.
Yeah,
Voice
Rahul.
is not audible.
Yeah, just wait. Rahul?
yeah guys, I'm audible. Hello.
Yeah, Rahul, you
Yes, yes,
multiple
yes.
times you are not audible. You can uh, disconnect and connect again, please.
Okay, just a second, just a second.
Yeah. Meanwhile, guys, you can ask your query till here if you have any query. We are providing the hands-on training because it's make easier to crack the interviewer. Theory is everywhere is available. Hope my voice is clear, na?
Yes.
Yeah, theory is everywhere is available in Chat Note, in YouTube, in Google, and ChatGPT, everywhere. But the practical things, whatever the works going on into the industry, suppose you are working in telecom, you want to move into this domain, so you must know about what is the working culture, how they will work day to day activity. So everything you will get with the hands on. We have multiple tools because we are running field testing project in India as out of India as well. We are working for Bangkok, Thailand. We are working for DTech operator. We are working for Vietnam, VNF Mobile. So we have multiple teams. This is the region. We have multiple tools. This tool also will helpful for the your journey. Yeah, Rahul, join again. Okay, Rahul is joining. Meanwhile, we'll show the tool, some tools. Then will Rahul will continue. Guys, please confirm my screen is visible. My screen is visible. Anyone?
Yes, visible, visible, sir.
Okay. So just let me open some tools for your. So guys, this is the QXDM tool where we get the information about the all UE messages which are sending to the eNode B or JNode B. So this is Qualcomm specific tool where we can capture the LTE, 5G, VoLTE, VoNR, all the messages here like SIB one system information block where the will get the PLMN information. So like this, you will get the whole the information. There is a lot of filters and lot of layers. So everything will get the how to filter out the messages, how to filter out the layers. Uh, I want to ask for a question. Suppose an LT, the write procedure has happened. So which layer is responsible for write procedure? Can anyone tell me? Which layer is responsible for write processing? Anyone? Okay, no problem. Then another tool. This is the Logel tool. Basically, this tool is used for Nokia phones or feature phones or smartphone. This is a Logel. The similar message here you will get the like PLMN information. So tool are different names. The message will be based on 3GPP UE2 eNode B. Okay. Another tool will be EL2 tool. Here you will get the same message. So we have multiple tests. You can test and you can success in your life. One another tool is there like this one. This tool is used for MediaTek chipset. Like the same message here, 11 identity. So everything is common. The tool name is different. So you must go for the hands-on for 10 to 12 hours. Our team will support for the hands-on process and all. And Deepak, can you show the Wireshark? Yeah, Rahul, you can continue.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. This is Wireshark basically. Okay. So in the Wireshark, here you can see like upper side we have messages, lower end we have that whatever information element it is carrying. Okay, something like that. So these all tools, all these tools we will use in our training session. Okay, in this maybe like for some topics I will use QXTM, maybe some topic we will use QGAT, okay, or ELT or Wireshark or Logel, okay, something like that. So topic to topic, maybe like try to cover all these tools throughout our courses. Okay, thank you. I'm sharing my screen. Thank you, Deepak. Thank you, Subhan. Just let me know when you can see my screen. Yeah. So here we will help you in that profile updation. Okay, uh, and we will take demo interviews every month. Okay, that is up to you guys. That is complimentary. Okay, that is up to you. Whenever you are prepared for the demo interview, you can enroll to our admin team, and accordingly we will schedule your demo interview. Okay, so that you will get like experience, real-time experience of right, like what all things are going on, what type of question you may face. Okay, apart from that, like finally after 4 months of your course, 4 months of your journey, you have to give one final demo interview. Based on that demo interview, at least 2 reference we will provide, minimum 2 reference we will provide based on our like RF Tech solution. Like HR team will take care of that. Okay, 2 reference we will provide. Try to schedule 2 interview for you guys. Okay, so but that is something first you have to clear the demo interview so that like we can analyze, right? We will be sure like you are ready for those opportunities. Okay, so whatever like in circle we have our HR circles. Our HR is actively looking into that like vacancies and all. Okay, so based on our reference we will provide you that opportunities, try to provide that opportunities. Okay, so these things we will take care as part of your placement activity. activities. Okay, then 24/7 support. That is something whenever you need some support, whenever you have some query, you have some doubt. Okay, so directly you can reach out. So your trainer is your first POC. Okay, your trainer in case of any concern or any uh, like any query, or you need any guidance or something like that in any scenario. Okay, you can directly reach out to uh, your mentor, your trainer. Okay, but just in case due to any scenario, if your trainer is not available, then you can reach out to your, maybe like the trainer will redirect your query to maybe someone else, maybe some other trainer, some other mentors. Okay, something like that. Okay, now the final thing is, once you complete your course, we will provide you the certificate from RF Tech Solution. Okay, so that certificate you can use maybe like as part of in your company, you can showcase as part of your upskilling. Okay, maybe like whenever you try to in your CV, you can highlight that, like that is kind of like you have maybe covered this training, or you have completed this training. Okay, so this one you can highlight in your, maybe like at different stages of your career, maybe like job hunting, like at the time of maybe internal part of upskilling. Okay, something like that, you can refer that certificate as part of proof of your completion of your training. Okay, 4G, 5G, and ORAN. Okay, so this one we will provide you. Okay, so these all things, guys, we will take care. This is the kind of the way how exactly we will uh, handle our trainings. Okay, now next thing is that tools which you, I think, already have seen. So QXDM side, we have these two tools, QCAT and QXDM. MediaTek, we have MediaTek side, we have ELT. Okay, then we have Lojal and Wireshark. Okay, so these all tools we will try to cover. These all tools we will try to see. Okay, so as guys earlier also, like we asked this question. Okay, so sometime that is fine. You are aware of what exactly we have in that particular message, what exactly we have in that particular flow. Okay, that thoroughly might be you are aware. Okay, but see, for an example, this is 5G message. Okay, we are sending network to the UE, that is broadcast message master information block, which is nothing but my MIB. Okay, so these are the parameter which this MIB is carrying. Okay, subcarrier spacing, subcarrier offset. Okay, DMRS position. Okay, intrafrequency reselection required or not required, cell barred or not barred. Okay, then similarly we have SIV1. In SIV1 we have all these information like PLMN information, tracking area code, system information. Okay, like this is BWP, that is like kind of important part in the 5G. Okay, so all these parameter, all these information we will discuss first thoroughly. Okay, then we will try to cover each and everything, each and every message in that tool. Okay, so that this will give you the complete understanding of any topic, of anything. Okay, of any scenario, particular scenario. Okay, so guys, anyone any doubt with respect to this one, like what exactly tools we have, what all things we will cover in the tool, what is hands-on tool experience, what is the real-time tool experience? Anyone, anything, any doubt? Okay, okay. Now then these are some labs we have. Okay, so those also we will discuss thoroughly. Okay, because like direct access to these labs are not possible sometime. Okay, so we'll try to discuss as much as we can, so that you will get opportunity to understand what is happening latest in the market. Okay, latest means that what is happening in the ORAN, what is happening in that in upcoming technology, what is happening in the latest in the 5G. Okay, something like that. So this is ORAN based lab, this is our RU, these are our simulators. Okay, so how we made this connection. Okay, what is this cable, what is that cable. Okay, type of cables. Okay, and how based on that test case scenario, how we are making this connections. Okay, so these things we will discuss. This is our DUT. Okay, means device under test. Okay, so we'll discuss about this terminology. Okay, what is DUT, what is reference device. Okay, like what all these ports we have, okay, how we are making connection with this port, okay, setup to setup, scenario to scenario, what are the difference between this connection, what is the difference between this scenario, okay, like these are antenna ports, these are like where exactly we are connecting our USB, DIAC port, debug port, okay. So these all things we will discuss. This is your UI, okay, user interface, okay. These all things we'll discuss. We'll try to understand like detailed or aspect of these tools, these devices as part of our practical discussion, okay, like when we will discuss setup and we will discuss like these things, okay. Now this is your shield box, okay, your base station, test base station, okay. So like these are the cables we are getting which we will connect with our UE, okay. So how exactly we are connecting, how we are exactly we are making connections, okay. What is role of like your splitter, combiner, okay. So everything we will discuss in detail in our session, so that end of the day you will confident enough with theory, with practical, with field testing, lab testing, everything, okay. So everything you will be getting here, okay. Then that is kind of like uh, what type of like responsibilities we have, okay. That is like just like introductory or like the picture, okay. So like these type of complex connections we have, devices we have, how exactly lab environment we have, okay. So these all things we will try to share, so that like slowly you will get that uh, kind of understanding, insights about like profile, insights about like um, culture of companies, culture of like um, team within team, okay. So everything, every aspect, so we'll try to prepare you job ready, role ready, okay, for any opportunity whatever come, maybe like in your way, okay, something like that, okay. These are like some important companies, main companies basically, okay. Some of these are operators, some of these are like service based company, some of these are product based company, okay, which are working in this domain, okay, working in this domain. So these all things you will see here, like this geo is operator, product based company, okay. Like these are like because of SPNDL, because of like Oren, now they are providing the servers, okay, for that Oren service, Oren kind of services, okay. So like AT&T, Amdocs, okay, Airtel, Accenture, okay. So these all companies like L&D, okay, like Keysight is product based company, they are making simulators, okay. So these all companies are Sysdig, okay. So these are companies which are working in this domain, TechM, TCS, okay. All these companies are working in this domain, okay, and heavily investing, okay. Now like talk has started for 6G, okay. So definitely in advanced pre-6G things already started, okay. Research already started for the 6G as well, okay. So definitely in the near future we will get lot of opportunity, okay. But for those opportunity definitely they will ask for 5G, 4G, okay. That is kind of because like for 6G we don't have anything in the market, okay. So for the job ready definitely you need the strong understanding, strong concepts about 4G and 5G, okay. Yeah. So before I'll discuss syllabus, anyone any doubt? Okay. Yeah. So syllabus side, guys, whatever like we'll discuss, whatever topics we will start, okay. We will start from very basic. Here you can see like first we will start from like LT architecture, okay. Then like bandwidth, modulation scheme, what is of DMA, SC of DMA, okay. Then we have like initial power on, okay, like some initial identifier, what is SRB, DRB concept, okay. GBR, non-GBR concept, okay. Then we have here what is like initial synchronization, okay, initial power on. So at the type at the in this initial power on we have PSS, SSS, synchronization signals, okay. Then we have MIB, SIB, this is system information, okay. Then we have REST, then we have, right, this is NAS messages, RRC messages, how exactly we are setting that RRC connection, okay, something like that. These things we will discuss, okay. Then we have, here you can see like how you are setting our bearer, okay, authentication, security, okay, what all authentication, like tokens we will calculate, okay, which node will part of this authentication procedure, okay. So these things we will discuss. Then RRC side, what all different RRC procedures we have, like RRC reestablishment, release, reconfiguration, okay. So these all things we'll discuss. Then what is handover, okay, what is different type of handover we have, okay. So that thing we will discuss. Then we have like protocol side, we have like some call flows like CSFB we have. Then we layer wise layers protocol we have. For an example, we have here like MAC layer, okay. So what all functionalities, important functions of MAC layer we have, okay, like uh, HARC, SR, BSR, PHR, okay, like what is DRX, okay. Then in RLC we have some data transfer mode we have, TMAM and UM mode, okay. Then PDCP we have what is like security algorithms we are using, okay, EEA, EIA, okay, those we will discuss. Then we have Robert header compression we have, okay, that we will discuss, okay. So these all things we will discuss in detail. Then we have some throughput analysis related part. So here we will discuss like what is MIMO, okay, what is like this impact of carrier aggregation, okay, different carrier aggregation we have, okay. So those all things we will discuss in detail, okay, with the log analysis, okay. Then we have like 5G. After 4G we will move to the 5G. In the 5G again we will start from very basic, okay. So in the 5G again, like introduction, why we need 5G, what is architecture of 5G, deployment option, okay. Of 5G we have FR1, FR2, okay. Then we have like supplementary services, okay. Then we have this uh, like different protocols we have, okay, like stack we have. So SDAP is new layer in 5G we have, that we will understand what is the use case of that SDAP, okay. Those things we will understand. Then initial synchronization of NSA and SA, okay, like that in RRC we have, that is something like that, like RRC active, RRC idle, RRC inactive state we have, okay. So that we will understand, that we will see, okay. So just a minute guys, just 1 second. Yeah, sorry, okay. So here we have this one, okay. So all these things we'll discuss. Then again we have in the 5G we have DCI, how exactly we will core set synchronization signal, okay. In the SSB is very important thing, okay. In SSB we have PSS, SSS and MIB, okay. All those things we'll discuss. Then we have like quality of services, RNTI, scheduling information in the 5G, the beamforming, okay. So beamforming is also very important part, okay. So in that beamforming we will understand what is impact of massive MIMO, what is your uh, different configurations we have, like 32TR, 64TR, 16TR, okay. What is difference of MIMO and massive MIMO, okay. So all those things we will discuss in detail, okay. So uh, this will give you understanding the complete picture of the latest things happening in that 5G, okay. Then we have RAG, okay, initial call flow of SA and NSA, okay. With the log analysis we will see, okay. Then finally we will move into ORAN, okay. So again similarly we will see in the ORAN like history, what is ORAN, why we need ORAN, okay. What is the goals of ORAN, what exactly we are trying to achieve with that ORAN, okay? Like deployment models we have ORAN, what is CU, DU, and RU concept of that ORAN, okay? So that we will understand. Then different working groups we have, okay? Then we have like challenges in ORAN, okay? What is RIC, non-RIC concept we have in ORAN, okay? That is basically part of the architecture of ORAN, okay? What is CPRI, eCPRI protocols, okay? So that is like eCPRI earlier in the LT we were using CPRI. Now in the 5G we have eCPRI basically, okay? So that is we will understand. That is we will try to understand, okay? Then we have C plane, U plane, and S plane, okay? Like this is the kind of very important and backbone of like your front haul testing, okay? Control plane, user plane, and synchronization plane, okay? So in the synchronization plane, similarly we have like different topology, how exactly we will make like PTP connections, how exactly like which RU is working as master, DU working as like whichever node, like DU or RU, whichever node is working as master and slave in that at the time of this sync, okay? So that we will understand, okay? Then M plane to pass your initial configuration, okay? Maybe like software upgradation, maybe like alarm management, okay? So all those things my M plane will come into the picture, okay? So that also we will understand, okay? How we will make netcon connection, how exactly like role of DSCP servers, okay? Connections, okay? So all those things we will understand in that ORAN basically, okay? So that is like syllabus part which we will discuss in our course, okay, in the 4G, 5G, and ORAN, okay? So anyone, any doubts so far before we move? Anyone, anything? Okay, okay. So next, let's understand. Here we are discussing, right? Like protocol, this protocol, that protocol testing, okay? So first understand what is that protocol, okay? What is that protocol, okay? The term. Anyone, any idea what is protocol?
It is a set of rules for the data communication between sender and receiver.
Okay, okay. Anyone else? Anything want to add? Anyone want to add anything? What is protocol?
Guys, make it interactive session. Open your mic and say something. No, you already heard many times. You already read something in your colleges. What is the protocol? What is the meaning? If you are silent, no meaning to join the session. Make it interactive. No. Yeah, Rahul.
Okay, okay, yeah. So yeah, guys, means that make it interactive, so you will get best out of it. Okay. So yeah, no issues. So here, let's understand in that way. We have two nodes. Okay, that is like fine. Like in the book language, that is correct only. That is set of rules. Okay, but again, definition is not enough. Why definition is not enough? Try to visualize that part. What is happening? What is the real meaning of that words, right? So this is something like that. This is something like that. Let's suppose we have these two nodes. Okay, let's suppose we have these two nodes. Maybe one is UE, one is E node B. Okay, your UE and E node B, E node B. Okay, now in these two nodes, if we want to establish the communication, if we want to establish the communication, communication between these two nodes, UE and E node B. Okay, so suppose when we are saying communication, okay, so for that communication, what is important? One language, right? So suppose I'm saying that English. Okay, here we have English. Okay, and here suppose we have some other language, maybe French. Can we establish communication between these two nodes? No. Why? Because they both are following some different language. They both are following some different language. Okay, so we cannot establish communication between these two nodes. Okay, we cannot establish communication between these two nodes. Right? So how exactly we can make this possible for the communication? If they both are following the same language. Okay, if they both are following the same language, suppose English and English, okay, or whatever language, okay, if they both are following same language, English or English, then only we can establish communication between these two. All okay, then we can establish between these two. Okay, so now if we are saying that English is something which is making this communication possible. Okay, making this communication possible. Okay, then what is definitely here also we are following some rules. Okay, here also we are following some rules, right? What is the rules? Grammar, vocabulary. Okay, for an example, tenses. Okay, so whatever entity, maybe any person or any like anything, okay, like any person, suppose two person are talking or communicating, conversing. Okay, so they both have to follow these rules. Okay, so when I'm saying tenses, okay, so tenses means present, future and past. These three are fixed, right? These are three are fixed tenses, right? We cannot make any forced tense and we can start using it, right? That is not possible, right? Those are fixed set of rule. And if we are saying, if we are claiming that I know English, I can communicate in English, okay, and two people they both are communicating in English, then definitely they have to follow that tense, that same three tense that is in English we have. Clear that part? Now try to relate it your with your LD. Okay, now technical thing is technical thing is in that one your UE and E node B, which we are saying that they both are LT and LT. They both are LT and LT. Then they can communicate with each other. Okay, they are following some rules in LT. They are following some rules in LT. Then they can communicate with each other. Okay, now so in that one, in that part, okay, if suppose like this is following LT, my E node be supporting LT, but my U is supporting 5G, then that is not possible. Or maybe supporting 2G, then that is not possible. Okay, similarly the same example that you can try to relate with the language. Okay, now here when we are saying LT, okay, when we are saying LT, when we are saying 5G, okay, 5G, then what is the rules in 5G? The similarly earlier in the English, the language, we were having some rules. Okay, we were having some predefined rules. Similarly here we have some protocols, here we have some rules. Okay, L3, L2, L1. What rules we have? Here we have NAS and RRC protocols we have. Okay, here we have SDEP, here we have PDCP, here we have RLC and MAC. L1 we have 5 layer. Okay, so similarly here also we have some rules. We have some rules which we are following in this communication. Okay, and if someone claiming that I am supporting 5G, he not be supporting 5G, then they have to support these rules. Clear? And to validate these rules, to validate whatever like kind of that, suppose for an example, in any call flow we have some role of this NAS layer, okay, which is defined by some entity which we are calling 3GPP. Some specifications we have, some rules we have, which is defined by this 3GPP. Okay, and we are, some product is claiming, maybe like suppose Samsung is claiming my this product, my E node B or my G node B supporting 5G. Okay, which means they are saying they are supporting these protocols. Okay, UE is supporting, suppose Apple is saying we are supporting 5G. Okay, so what they are supporting? They are supporting these protocols. They are adhering these protocols. Clear? Anyone, any doubt in these definitions, in these statements? Clear? So this term protocol is set of rule which we are following in our communication for now in this regards. Clear, everyone? Okay, so now 5G we have these protocol. Okay, the 6-7 protocols in the 5G. In LT we were not having that SDAP. Okay, now so if we see further, try to visualize that part. Okay, so few things we have here. Here we have UE, G node B, AMF. Okay, so those protocol which I mentioned just now. So I just want to explain you where exactly we have those protocols. Where exactly we have those protocols. Okay, so here we have NAS and RRC. SDAP, PDCP, RLC, MAC, and PHY. Okay, here we have RRC, the same SDAP, PDCP, RLC, and MAC and PHY. Okay, here we have NAS. Here we have NAS. Okay, so this is my L3 layer. This is my L2 layer. This is my L1. Two protocol we have in L3. These 4 protocol we have in L2, and this one we have in L1. Similarly, we have in G node B. So this NAS layer is your core layer protocol, which we have in that AMF, which is your core layer, core part, core node. Okay. Now, some rules we have, like at the time of transmission flow will be always top to bottom. At the time of reception, flow will be bottom to top. Okay, the same layer can communicate with same layer. Okay, something these things like detailed we will understand maybe like later. Okay, so these are the protocols in which node, which protocols we have. Same layer can communicate with same layer. This is the NAS layer. So NAS will communicate with AMF. Okay, so how exactly it will communicate? We have some different implementation. We are piggybacking that NAS message into the RRC. Okay, anyone any idea the piggybacking concept? Anyone? Okay, sure. So we are basically piggybacking those NAS message into RRC, and then we are sending that via G node B. Okay, so these are like about like the protocols what we have. Yeah, anyone any doubt guys so far? Anyone anything? Okay.
Hey guys, feel free to ask whatever you want to. You can ask your queries. Rahul, it's done. Your side.
Yeah.
Ashok Kumar, Govinda, Jamil, Jagresh, Nishant, Pratham, RK, and Vikas. You can ask your query. You will get hands-on learning, QXGM, QCAT, ELT, and Logel. Rahul, stop your screen. I will share my
Yeah, sure.
screen and show something. Screen visible, guys?
Yes, visible.
Okay. So, Neha, previously working in Ericsson, now he joined TELUS. Previously, his package is 10 to 11 lakh. Now he got to secured 1 CR, 1.4 something CR. And here the feedback. I hope you are looking. We are providing the he recently secured job and Taylor so big success, 8 years institute. They are providing the training with hands-on. QGM, ELT, and QGAT was invaluable. The practical experience gained helped me to build the confidence, analyze device log, and troubleshooting real-world scenarios. Another is Mr. Prasanna. He recently joined a bit Solika. What he says. Hi team, thanks for support throughout 4 month duration. It was very good experience, especially Rahul sir teaching skills and explaining the things with example really helped me a lot. And also I got a good company with very good hike. Thanks team for your support. And Arvind Kishore previously working in Quads and Wireless. Now he is secured a job in Verizon and the last package will be A7 to 8 LPA. Now he secured 16 LPA, just double. So this is the some feedback. We have multiple lists. The recent month placement in multi companies. So there is the overall feedback with our existing candidate will recently placed. Now you are open to ask your query. If you have any query, you can ask. Guys, you don't have any inquiry?
हेलो
Okay,
सर।
no. Yes, tell me.
सर जो हमारे जैसे सेशन स्टार्ट होंगे
Hmm.
तो सर वो कैसे मतलब हम कैसे एक्सेस कर पाएंगे उनको सर। जैसे अभी ये हुआ ये सेशन तो ऐसे ही होंगे या कोई प्रॉपर अलग प्लेटफॉर्म होगा।
प्रॉपर ये आपको इम्प्रॉपर लग रहा है क्या?
नहीं नहीं सर
Okay.
मतलब
Okay. So point is like definitely we will take on Teams and we will share that recorded session on our app, basically learning management tool, that RF Tech
यस सर।
Solution app we have. So there you will be able to access those two. All the session will be recorded. Okay. All the this document we will share. Okay. So don't worry about that. Like session will be
My
recorded.
screen
Don't
is
worry.
visible, Rahul.
Yeah. Yes. Visible.
So this type of document you will get after the session. Mainly we'll use the live tools, and for your learning we are providing this type of documentation so that you can go for the you can open an interview and you can answer the query. Similar, we have multiple questions. We are already written based on our candidate. We are also taking interviews for some companies. So everything is on written. You will get all the question accordingly. You can prepare yourself, and you will get selection in the industry. So complete 5G, complete 4G, and everything we have made for you. Yeah, Jamil. I hope you got your query.
Yes, sir.
You will get the separate WhatsApp group where you will get a link, and after the session you will get the document and you will get the recorded session, and 10 to 12 hours you can do the practice on the tools.
Okay.
Next. Okay, so guys, who is interested to transit in this domain? Who is interested? Can you raise your hand? What about other? Ashok Kumar, Govinda, Vikas, RK. Ashok, maybe you joined in another batch, right?
Yes, yes. Currently, I'm there in other batch. Yeah.
Okay, I got. Okay, so guys, those who are interested, you can get connect with our team, and you can get registration. We have limited seats in this batch. We have only 15 seats, and we are charging 36,000. And initially for 15 candidate, the 3K discount on fee, and course duration will be 4 months, and 12 hour apart from 4 months. You can take the course and go for the transition, because in telecom growth is not more. In testing site, in R&D site, you will get learning opportunity as well as earning opportunity. Okay, thanks to all. Thanks Rahul. Thanks Deepak.
Thank you all. Thanks for your time. Thank you, Suman. Thank you.